Good afternoon and welcome to Main Street Sports Standouts. Ray Halbrook along with Mr. Jeff Whitener here. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm doing great today. We're huddled together for warmth on a very cool and windy day out here at Hillsboro's Jefferson College.
Absolutely. We've got a great crowd. Got a picture of the crowd. The camera's right over here, guys. Can you wave at the camera at us? Say, hey, everybody.
That's good.
We are. I just want to say this real quick, just personally for me. Ray here from live stream. Thanks so much for coming out. We kind of threw this out at the last minute, and I think it was kind of a cool deal to just honor you guys. And we want to thank Ann Maloney over from Herculaneum from Presentation Solutions Incorporated. She was super awesome to donate these on our behalf to help us with this. So, we kind of just decided we were going to do, absolutely give them a hand there, and so, we put this idea together, and it was a deal that we just kind of thought, hey, we saw some really good baseball this season, considering last season you guys had, the year off, and for you guys to come back from all this and just absolutely tear it up for Jefferson County. We want to just say thanks, and it was a pleasure to cover you guys this year. And so, Jeff, do you got anything you want to say also?
No, this is our very first Main Street Sports Standouts for baseball. We've done 2 years consecutive now for basketball, but we wanted to figure out a way to honor some of the baseball players, as Ray said, with everything that happened last year and all the great games we had on the air this year. And we did have quite a few very good games, and all the schools were involved, and just very, very pleased that we're able to do this. And we'll try to get going quickly so everybody can get home and get warm.
That's right. It sounds good. So, we kind of briefed you guys a little bit. We're going to call you down. We'll give you a couple minutes to, give some shout-outs, maybe ask or answer a couple of questions we'll give you guys. And we've got all your stats, so if it's wrong, you can blame Jeff because he came up with the stats. So, we'll just kind of roll with it. But
why don't we talk a little bit about the process?
Sure.
Because as you guys are looking around, you see a lot of great players here with you, but there's some guys that are probably deserving that didn't make the cut. The way we went about this, the standouts were picked by members of the live stream media team. No list is perfect, and we're sure this one will be debated. This list is based solely on our opinions from watching you guys play and watching also our live streams, and then statistics, of course. This list includes JCAA large schools and small schools only. It would be unfair to add any suburban conference schools because we seldom saw them play. In addition, we weren't able to evaluate and select players from Perryville or St. Vincent, pardon me, as no stats were provided despite our requests for those. So there's some good players down there that didn't get picked. Each live stream media member submitted their own personal picks. Picks had to meet a numerical threshold for a player to make the team. So we know some very good players did not make this list, but it was not our intent to slight anyone or upset anybody. Simply our way to recognize who we thought were the best performers through the season. So without further ado, let's start, Ray.
All right.
What's that? Oh,
Natalie did show up. How about that?
All right.
Well, good deal. Well,
now, it is
talk
like
about making an entrance.
A young lady
right?
to be fashionably late.
Talk about making an entrance. Here she comes. Literally.
What she didn't know is she was first on the list. So
she can just have a seat right there.
Have a seat, Natalie.
Natalie Moore. Give it up for Natalie here. All right. Baptism by fire. She doesn't know any of the prep that we've done for her yet.
Natalie Moore is a junior with the Grandview Eagles, and her batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base percentage was all higher than all of you guys, for sure, this spring season. Natalie is second-team All-State. Just found that out yesterday or the day before, I believe. She led the entire spring softball season in the metro area in batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base percentage. She was among the metro area leaders in home runs and stolen bases. So she's a five-tool player for sure, and she's a plus defender. And there goes one of our cameras.
Dadgummit.
So Natalie, thanks for coming in. We weren't sure if you were going to go down to Kelly to watch the Blue Jays play today down there in their state game, so we weren't sure if you're going to make it. So thanks for coming by. Talk a little bit about Grandview's season and kind of give us a little recap, if you would.
Yeah, so basically our season was a bit of a struggle because, we were shut down for 2 weeks with COVID and stuff. And then another one of our players, Carmen, she was shut down for like 4 weeks in a row, so it was tough. And we just had to go back and forth with finding new positions of girls where to play. But overall, it was a fun season. I love our coaches. They make it fun for us to play.
You played mainly catcher.
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Okay. And do you play summer ball or club ball?
Yeah.
Who do you play for?
The Missouri Bombers.
Okay, so very familiar with the Bombers as well. Just a junior, right? Mm-hmm. So any aspirations yet as far as what you want to do? I'm assuming you would like to continue your softball career past high school. Mm-hmm. So this would be a great facility. There's a nice field right down here at Jefferson College. So just throwing that out there now. But what are your plans for the summer? Are you going to just stick to playing softball? Or
yeah, I'm playing summer ball every weekend.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
All right. So that is the plan. And then hopefully next year. Do you play any other sports at Grandview?
Yeah, I do volleyball, basketball, and I run track.
Okay. All right. So what do you run in track? What events?
My 4x1 team actually went to state this year, so
Excellent.
I run in the 4x1.
So is that a fun experience at state?
Oh, it was crazy. It was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Natalie, we appreciate you coming in real quick. We'll want to get your picture as soon as Amy's done with the camera there, working on that. Want to get your picture again with your plaque, and thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you.
Natalie Moe, folks.
All right. Leading off for the boys from Crystal City, junior Hunter Basson. That's my PA voice.
Hey.
Hunter earned standout honors as both a hitter and a pitcher. He also made our all-hair team.
The all-hair team. I love it.
Yeah, have a seat. Put this on, Hunter. Now, on the boys' side, if it weren't for Natalie, he would have led the entire metro area in batting average. But he did lead it on the baseball side in the entire metro area. He was also among the leaders in strikeouts. He led the JCAA in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage. He also led the JCAA with 62 strikeouts on the mound for the Hornets. So quite a few honors statistic-wise and not only on the mound but at the plate for you, Hunter. Talk about Crystal City's season. Had a pretty good year.
Well, it was a great season, and we had a first-time coach, Coach Weiss, Zach Weiss, and he came in, and he was excellent to the program. We had a lot of guys this year. We had a deep lineup, great guys that hit the ball. Whole lineup absolutely mashed the ball this year, and all really good friends with them, good buddies. And we just had a great season, good winning season. Got ourselves a district championship. Excited
That's
about
right.
that.
That was the first district championship in quite a few years, I believe. Since 2006 or something like that. I can't remember. Somebody could probably – 2003? 12. Oh, okay. 2012, so 8 years. So not bad. So what are your plans this summer?
Well, I'm playing here for 253.
Okay,
Ball.
253 Legion, excellent.
Yeah.
I know we didn't have you last year for because of COVID, but you're coming out again this year. And do we know yet where the staff are they going to want you on the mound and in the field as well, or what? Do we know yet?
Haven't gotten anything worked out, but I'm happy to play.
Haven't had any practices in yet because
Yeah.
some of these guys obviously on the team have extended their seasons. But so that's the plan. Now, do you have any aspirations? Obviously, you'll be a senior next year, right? So
I graduated.
Oh, you
this year.
graduated this year. Senior, I'm sorry. So what are your future plans?
Going down to Mineral Area College, playing baseball there.
Excellent program down there. So we'll get to see you right here at the college at least a couple times a year, probably, and
Yes, sir.
see you down there when you guys play Jeffco. So, well, great. Anybody you want to give a shout out to as far as people you want to thank, people who encouraged you, helped you?
I want to shout out to all my coaches who's helped me out tremendously this year. Shout out to my parents. They're my biggest fans. My dad helped me out tremendously my early years when he coached me. So all my mechanics, my pitching mechanics, hitting mechanics, come solely from his teachings, and they're my biggest cheerleaders, and I love them to death.
Awesome. And I noticed you didn't give a shout-out to our barber or hairstylist.
I haven't seen one in a while.
Just thought, that's all right. Hunter Dill's got some competition for you, maybe Colin Riendo up there. So maybe we'll put together an all-hair team next year. So, all right, Hunter Basson, we appreciate you coming in today. Congratulations for making the team.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Next up, we have Trenton Cookerly. Trenton, you were a sophomore this year, is that correct? Yes. All right, so Trenton, underclassman, making the team from Grandview High School. Trenton, with his .429 batting average, was among the Metro leaders, area leaders in batting average. He led the Eagles in almost every offensive category, and I know he seemed to shine every game that we had Grandview on our live stream, and one of the better up-and-coming players in the area. So thanks for coming in, Trenton. Is this your first interview?
It is.
It is? Okay, so we'll go easy on you. So talk about your season a little bit. You know, don't be intimidated by Coach Countryside over there staring at you.
I think we had
that a little closer.
Oh, thank you. I think we had a great season this year. We had a bunch of firsts. We only had 2 seniors this year. We had like 5 or 6 juniors. We had a bunch of young guys that were stepping up to the plate. I can't wait for our next season because all of our juniors and be seniors, and I think we're going to have a fantastic season. I would like to thank Coach Countryside because he was very good with us. He cared about every player on the team, and I would like to thank him. Thank you.
Well, sure. That's all right. Now, obviously, sophomore, you're playing ball this summer?
I will.
Are you? Who are you playing for?
The St. Louis Gamers.
St. Louis Gamers. Okay, hence the hat. Okay, gotcha. And do you play a variety of positions for the Gamers in the summer, or where do you normally play?
I play everywhere in the outfield, and I'll be pitching for the Gamers.
Okay, cool. Plans on maybe pitching more next year for the Eagles?
That's what I hope for.
All right, and you know, obviously underclassmen, you've got 2 more years to go. But any future aspirations yet? You just want to figure out what you want to do in life?
I would hope to play college baseball or become like a teacher or something, but hopefully for college baseball.
Excellent, excellent. Is there anybody else you want to thank or shout out to?
I would like to shout out my mom and dad, and my elite coaching staff for the St. Louis Gamers, my whole entire baseball team, and of course my coaches.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you very much for you and your family coming by today.
Thank you.
And, hey, give it up. First interview. That's not bad. All right, thank you very much, Trenton Cookerly. Next up, we have another member of the all-hair team, Mr. Hunter Dill from the DeSoto Dragons. Hunter is no stranger to our broadcast. He's won Player of the Game honors before and pitching performance of the game. And have you gotten over to the place where we give our certificates?
Gordon's
Diner.
Gordon's Stoplight. Yeah, absolutely.
I was actually there today.
Hey,
awesome.
How about that? Right?
Excellent. Hunter, senior.
Yes.
Right? Several accolades for Hunter this year. 5th in the metro area in batting average, 7th in the metro area in on-base percentage, 2nd in the JCA on-base percentage, among the metro area leaders in strikeouts as a pitcher, led the JCAA in total hits. On the mound, he led the JCAA with 4 complete games pitched, and he was 2nd in the JCAA in strikeouts. So a dual threat, again, both with the bat and on the mound. Hunter, talk about your guys' season. You had a great regular year, and then you guys kind of stumbled in the districts a little.
Yeah, we kind of did stumble in the districts a little bit, but it's all right. I mean, hopefully the team next year will get to try to be the district champions, you know. But the season went pretty good. I mean, we got 20 wins. It's all you can ask for. Got my teammates up there. You can always rely on them to get on base or strike somebody out. Just a fun season with them.
Absolutely. And, Hunter, we talked before, but just let the folks know what you're planning on doing this summer and in the future.
This summer I'm going to play for the Midwest Irish, and then after that I'm going to go on to play college ball.
And where are you playing at?
Don't know yet.
Oh, okay. So you're
To be
uncommitted yet.
determined.
Still undecided.
TBD. Well, you'd look good in a Viking uniform. I can tell you that much. You know, with the red hair, the Viking. It's a perfect
It could go.
match.
Coach
It
Zach
could go.
Bone, where are you?
It's perfect match. So we'll work on Coach Bone for you. So, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my parents. Shout out to all my coaches, my teammates. That's pretty much it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, Hunter Dill, an old pro with the interview this year. So, there you go. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it. Who do we have next, Ray? I can tell you who we have next. We have a senior from the Windsor Owls. We have the slick fielding shortstop, Nolan Estepare. I actually wrote that down, slick fielding shortstop with good range and a plus arm. I'm not a scout, but that's,
Right.
He's also tall.
Yep.
So. Nolan, how are you today?
How are you?
Appreciate
that's weird.
You coming by. And
The headsets get him every time.
Nolan made the team for Standouts team for his offense and defense. His numbers 329. Average 424 on base, slugging was only 353, but you managed to get on base and really create havoc when you were out there. Like I said, slick fielder, good range, plus arm in the field. Batted, even though he's the shortstop, he batted cleanup from most of the games, as far as I know, for the Owls, and was a big contributor there. 22 RBIs on the season from the cleanup position. So, Nolan, here again, like DeSoto, you guys had an awesome season. You battled those guys, co-conference champions. Stumbled a little bit in the district play. So, talk about the season a little bit.
It was a fun season. We had our ups and downs a lot. We played a ton of good games. We played a ton of bad games too. We couldn't find a good spot where we could just play baseball every single day and have a good game. But it was a lot of fun, and we thought we were more successful than not successful. So yeah.
It was kind of a bummer realizing that that first game in district play is over, and then all of a sudden, bam, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's always hard to get to. But you guys, like I said, the DeSoto battling for the top spot this year, played some great games, great baseball all the way around, and we certainly appreciate it. Now, your summer plans?
I'm gonna play for Rock Memorial, and then pretty much just that. Just gonna play baseball.
Okay, so future plans as far as what you want to do?
I'm going to St. Louis Community College. I'm going to Merrimack to play baseball.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So you'll be there with the coach for the Blazers.
Coach Kudalek. Yep.
Coach Kudalek. Yeah, so awesome. So plan on playing shortstop at the college level, or where do they have?
They said middle infield and then possibly third, so anywhere in there.
Okay, well, you've definitely got the arm for it, so that's no problem. But anybody you'd like to give a shout-out to, Nolan?
Just my family, coaches, and teammates.
All right.
Yep.
Family, coaches, that hits
Almost
about all
all.
the places.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nolan Estepare
Thank
of the
you.
Windsor Owls. All right, we're going back and forth between, just like the regular season, we're battling back and forth here between the Dragons and the Windsor Owls. So next up is Levi Fisher, the senior of the DeSoto Dragons. Levi made the list because he has great hair. No, because he for his offense, defense, and pitching.
Yeah.
And Levi also no stranger. He's been through these interviews before. He knows what's going on. 322 average, 422 on-base percentage, 494 sluggers. Among the Metro leaders in home runs and RBIs. Third in the JCAA in total hits. On the mound, I had you as 3-0 with one save.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay. And plus defender, plus arm in center field. One of the better center fielders I think we've seen this year out there. Hunter talked about the season a little bit. Give us your thoughts.
It was a blast. I mean, it was probably the most fun I've ever had playing baseball. I mean, we all got along. The team was great. Everything was going good. It's just some things just don't work out sometimes.
That's the nature of the game, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's why we love it, and that's why it breaks our hearts sometimes. But your future plans? What do you this summer? I know where you're going this fall, but what are you doing this summer?
Oh, I'm playing for DeSoto Legion.
Okay, so you're playing for SMCI, so we will see quite a few of you guys in the Legion League. Rock 253,
Rock and World, St. John.
St. John. We'll see DeSoto. We'll see a bunch of teams, and we'll even see some of you guys that play for the Blazers too.
Yep.
If anybody's here for the Blazers up there in Slava League, tell the folks what you're doing this fall.
I'm going to Three Rivers. I'm going to go down to Potawatomi Bluff and play at Three Rivers Community College.
And is there anybody down there that you know that might be playing down there?
Well,
with
actually,
you?
my older brother. My older brother's down there right now.
Right, we've had him on the Main Street Sport before, so good fit. Three Rivers softball just made the final 8.
Yes, they did.
They won the district championship here a few weeks ago, and they're really doing well down there. So a good time to be a Three Rivers Raider for sure. But, Levi, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just shout out to my family, my parents, my coaches, and of course teammates. Just normal stuff.
There you go. All right, Levi Fisher, folks, for the DeSoto Dragons. Thanks, Levi.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, now we're going to go to the small schools. And we've got a small school player up next, Mr. Bryce Hall. Bryce is from the Herculaneum Black Cats. He knows Amy, obviously. Bryce, you were senior this year? Yeah. All right. Bryce earned this list for his hitting and his defense. He was one of the senior leaders on the Black Cats. He was second on the team in batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base percentage to this other guy from Herky here today. So they were quite a 1-2 punch. But a plus defender in left field, but also a guy that was could be counted on, and we saw several times on the mound, just a real workhorse. He was a guy that their coaching staff asked, to do things, and he would do it, and just made big contributions in a lot of ways that maybe don't show up in the stats, but certainly in our eyes were worthy of a Main Street sports standout. Talk a little bit about the season for the Black Cats.
Well, it was different because we had more of a younger team than I've had any of my years on the team, and it was fun to watch them grow, though. I also seen a lot of them get better as it went on. A lot of them stepped up to the plate to be leaders. Yeah. And, we came out and had a good year. It was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. We had some very exciting games there. You guys in Crystal City had a heck of a game.
Oh, yeah.
That we had on the air, right? That was a fun one. But
Absolutely.
Hopefully everybody can hear us with the wind right now.
Can,
are you playing ball this summer?
No. I'm
No.
not.
Decided not to play. And what are your future plans, Bryce?
I'm just planning on getting a job as a fireman and working on my career more than baseball right now.
Okay, so it's one of those deals where sometimes if the opportunity is there, you got to take that as far as the working world goes, and now is actually a good market for that. So anybody, Bryce, that you would like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to my coach, Coach Diggerme's up there. He's shown me how to love the game, and he really loves that's his sport more than he loves anything else, I believe. And also a shout out to my father right there. He's always been there for me, even make me better, even whenever I didn't want to be. So,
well, he certainly did a good job of that, and you were certainly someone that we saw the value in, and I know your coach did too. So, congratulations on making the team, Bryce.
Thanks, Dad.
Bryce Hall, Herculaneum. Heading back to the Windsor Owls, Austin Happel. Austin. Austin, you're a sophomore this year? Hey, I got that right. So now, Austin received recognition for his hitting. He was part of a very potent lineup for the Windsor Owls. Let's see, did you lead off quite a bit?
Most of the year, yes.
Yeah, most of the year as a leadoff hitter, setting the table for some of those other big bats in the lineup. Estepari, and of course that Williams guy, we know him, right?
Yeah, he's something else.
Yeah, he's not bad. I think he'll be okay.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, I think so. Second on the team at batting average and runs scored. One of the up-and-coming hitters in this county, as we mentioned, a solid infielder and leadoff hitter for the Owls. You played mainly third base this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did good over there with the chances that he had over at third. 351 average, 412 on base, 429 slugging percentage, 27 hits from that leadoff position, and 25 runs scored. That was obviously the important part there for you as the leadoff hitter. But all that from an underclassman, so the future is bright for Austin as well. So what was your experience like with the varsity as a sophomore this year?
It was fun. There was a lot of seniors who really showed me what leadership is this year and showed me how to control a team and really set the tone for the younger guys.
Well, that's important. We're all just stewards of the game, and whether you're playing, coaching, whatever, we're stewards of the game, and we have to pass it on for the folks that are coming up. So that's great to hear. And what do you do in the summer times?
I'll be playing baseball with the Prospects.
Okay, with the Prospects, another club team. And I know it's early. You're a sophomore, going to your junior year, but have you thought about what you'd like to do yet?
Hopefully play college baseball. But other than that, going into a lot of construction stuff for college.
Excellent money in the trades for sure. So, all right. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to, Austin?
My parents. They put a lot of money into every year. They put a lot of money into it.
You're the first guy to mention the investment. That's good. I gotta give them props for that. That's yeah. So they've got a few more years of that.
Yeah. And then my coaches and teammates.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you coming on. Obviously, Windsor has some big key pieces graduating this year, but the future will look bright for the Owls with Austin Heppel. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Number 9, our 9th person of recognition here, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
From the Festus Tigers, another sophomore, Caleb Kennedy. Now, Caleb Kennedy made the team because every time we had him on the air and he pitched, this guy just was locked down. I mean, Festus, for those who may not know, has a whole stable full of young pitchers, sophomore pitchers. Sophomore this year?
I'm a junior.
Junior, okay. So junior and the three sophomores, I guess you got. So all kinds of young pitchers for the Festus Tigers. So even though this year was a little more what we thought was going to be a down year, or it certainly came along, but the future looks very bright for the Tigers. And as Ray and I talked about before, every time we had you on the air and they put you on the mound, you just befuddled guys. I mean, it seemed like you were able to change speeds quite well, to change arm slots, give guys a lot of different looks out there. Is that something that you've worked on a long time as far as pitching?
Yeah. I've spent a lot of time working on my off-speed pitches and just trying to be consistent. And it's a lot easier when you're coming in after Ian Brown or Nate Moore, just because they always give you that good start.
Sure, it gives the hitters a totally different look out there. And, it was weird. Some of the pitches and some of the arm slides, it reminded me of a lefty like a Kershaw a lot of times as far as what you were trying to do out there. But I call him one of the Fab Four pitchers for Festus this year. As I said, great pitch variety, speed and location, hard for hitters to time. The fourth best walks and hits per innings pitched in the JCAA, and a top 5 ERA in the JCAA this year. So I wanted you to you really can't recap the season because the season's not over yet, but you can talk to us about how the season started as opposed to where we're at now.
Yeah, the season's been pretty on and off. We have a lot of good games and a lot of bad games, but starting in the postseason, we just really picked it up energy-wise, and that's really carried onto the field, and it's given us a good run in the postseason so far.
For folks who don't know, Festus Tigers emerged as the Class 5 District 1 champions, and they are actually playing here tomorrow. They'll be playing the team that just showed up for practice, the Rockwood Summit Falcons, right here at Jefferson College. They're waving to some of the guys over there, but at high noon tomorrow. So That's going to be quite a thrill. And, of course, we'll have that game right here on Livestream STL, Ray.
Thank you for the shameless plug.
That's right. So what are your summer plans?
Lots of baseball.
Who do you play for?
The St. Louis Bears.
Okay, St. Louis Bears. And as a junior, you've still got one more year to go, but any future aspirations yet, career-wise or anything?
As of right now, I'm planning on playing baseball at Missouri Baptist.
Missouri Baptist. Excellent. Excellent. Well, we'll look forward to following your career not only next year as a senior, but in the future as well. So anybody you'd like to give a shout-out to, Austin?
My parents and teammates and coaches. Parents with the, like he said, the money investment is it's a lot, but
not just in fees, but in gas.
Yeah.
Wear and tear on cars and all that good stuff. Laundry detergent. Yeah. But anyway, we appreciate you coming out today, and we look forward to following you next year, and we look forward to definitely following you guys tomorrow. So
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much. Caleb Kennedy, folks. Next up, we have another Herculaneum Black Cat. Senior from the Black Cats, Cole Myers. Long list of accolades for Cole Myers. Second in the entire metro area in batting average, behind Hunter Basson. Tied for second in the metro in doubles. Among the metro leaders in runs scored. Among the metro leaders in slugging percentage and on-base percentage. Led the JCAA in doubles. Second in the JCAA in batting average and on-base percentage. Third in slugging percentage. Tied for second in the JCAA in runs scored. And second in the JCAA in total hits. So you had a very busy season, Cole.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about the season. See if you can expand on what Bryce talked about a little bit.
Yeah, we got a pretty young team, and I think in the next couple of years they can get up there, but our season was not that great. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We got a couple of kids that didn't really seem like they had a work ethic, but that can always be changed. Someone got to pull their heads out of their rear a little bit. Even me, I had a couple of my moments. Everybody does. So, but them a little bit more than usual. I definitely think they can come out the next couple of years and make it past districts. My first 2 years were a little bit what I was hoping for this year. Fortunately, we lost to Valley Catholic.
Right.
But not a bad team. Good couple kids. I just wish I would have played a little bit harder.
Well, I think every team probably has a few of the guys like that they like the idea of being on the team more than they like the idea of success and hard work, So
yes, sir.
They like to wear the uniform, But senior this year, right?
Yes, sir.
We've committed to you're going to be occupying a spot right over there this fall, right?
Yeah, I got to work for it first.
That's right. Cole Myers, as the catcher, has committed to Jefferson College. And hopefully you'll be behind the plate. As you said, you're going to have to work for it as a freshman. But the good thing about it, there's plenty of double headers, so you'll get plenty of reps. And so I have faith in you. Trust me. What are you doing this summer?
I'm playing Legion for Coach Bone finally.
So you're going to play
finally, he says.
Fine. Well, he's been wanting me to come out for a little bit, but I had football too that I like to play for, and if I played select, it was a little bit easier to work around.
Well, we certainly saw you give it your all on the football field for the Black Cats as well. But nice to know that you'll be out there for a 2-5-3, and we'll get to see you play quite a bit, and continue to get to see you play over here. So. Anybody you'd like to give a shout-out to, Cole?
I want to give a shout-out for my parents because I've been very blessed to be born into their family. They paid for a lot. They pay for my truck. They pay for everything. Allowed me to focus really pretty much on baseball and just building my athletic career and not have to worry about getting a job or anything else. Always been behind me, pushing me. Shout-out to my uncle because he's the one that got me in the gym, gave me a lot of lifting programs, and I fell in love with the gym too. Bryce right there because I met him through baseball pretty much when I was younger and in the season, last game with him, so that kind of sucked, but he's always been there, great support. And then God because, he gave me the talent and gave me an opportunity. So
Excellent. Well, we certainly appreciate you.
And my coaches. Sorry, almost forgot.
Don't forget coach.
Hey,
Don't forget coach.
Coach D. Coach D was doing his best.
God before coaches.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's I get it. I get it totally. But
Coach D did his best this year. I mean, very young team. Unfortunately, didn't have guys like Jordan Duncan from last year and a little bit more experienced team to work with. But
let me ask you a question. When your baseball career is over, and we hope that goes a long time, and do you have any aspirations to be a leader and a coach?
I don't know. I mean,
because you certainly talk like one.
I definitely want to be the one that all the kids like. I definitely be a little bit harder because I'm old school.
Well, that's okay. You got to have good cops and bad cops on the coaching staffs. So, all right. Well, Cole, we're going to see a lot of you this summer and hopefully next spring as well. So thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
All right. Cole Myers. He talks like a catcher. He's got that leadership quality. Talks like a coach. So we'll see him quite a bit. Next up, we have from the Grandview Eagles, Eric O'Brien. Is Eric here? Eric. One of the reasons that Eric made my list, and I voted push for Eric here, is he's just a gritty, passionate player in whatever he does. Whatever sport it is, this guy's always giving it his everything. Very, very feisty competitor. Somebody you don't like to play against. That's and I hope I'm not insulting you by those terms. I hope those are
no.
Okay. Good.
I will say he is a snappy dresser.
Well, yeah, he definitely. That's definitely a good look. I like that sweater.
I'll say this too. Thank you to the folks that called me or texted me or messaged me. That meant a lot. What is the dress for this? Well, all I really wanted you to wear was your hat, so we knew what team you were on. Number one, because we cover so many people, but that says a lot about the kids these days, especially being kind of just a little apprehensive about what should I dress up, should I not? I should have just told them all to wear tuxes.
Well, did you tell Eric that he needed to dress like he was going to play tennis?
Well, he did. Yeah,
that's a good look.
You definitely got that.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it.
Right.
Anyway. Eric was also second on the Eagles in batting average and slugging percentage. He led Grandview in on-base percentage, and he also led the Eagles in walks, and was certainly a very good player for the Eagles, at least when we saw him on the air and on our live stream. So, Eric, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good.
Do you take as a compliment when I say you're a feisty, gritty, passionate player?
Yes.
Okay, that's something you go for.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all your battles on the field. You and Colby. I was hoping Colby would be here today from R7 because you guys always have fun battles together.
Always.
So. But talk a little bit about the Eagles season.
I think we had a pretty good season this year. I think we could have done a lot better, but being where we were at, I feel like we stepped up our game. Next year, I feel like we're going to do a lot better, though. Districts, I think, is ours. Yeah.
Looking forward to it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are you doing this summer besides playing tennis?
I'm going to be playing baseball for the Midwest Irish.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Is baseball, you're a multi-sport athlete, obviously. Is baseball your favorite sport to play?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And any future aspirations?
Hopefully I can play baseball as long as I can keep going and keep playing. So after that, I don't know.
Excellent. Would you like to give a shout-out to anybody, Eric?
Yeah, shout out to my parents, my biggest supporters, my coaches, my teammates, everybody.
Okay, I just have one final question for you. During the Scott the Cop Classic, did you let Brandon Mays put that move on you, that spin move on one-on-one to go by you and blow by you and
yeah,
score?
I had to make him look better.
That was good. That was nice.
I had to give him some.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure to clarify that. All right. Well, thank you very much, Eric O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen, the Grandview Eagles. Our next player on the list is not here today because they're currently involved in a state sectional game, quarterfinal game.
Yes. This is sectional.
at Kelly, the Jefferson Blue Jays, 2 guys on the list. Most of you know and have heard of Colby Ott, as a senior for the Blue Jays. I'm just going to run through his numbers real quick. He made our list for hitting, pitching, and defense. He was among the Metro leaders in batting average, triples, stolen bases, slugging percentage, and on-base percentage. He led the JCAA in triples, led the JCAA in ERA and walks and hits per innings pitched, and had a 961 fielding percentage at shortstop, was one of the tops in the JCAA and Metro area leaders. Colby Ott will be playing summer ball for Legion 253, and Colby Ott has committed to Jefferson College here next year to play, and I'm sure he would like to thank his parents. If his parents are watching, they'll play the playback. So
thanks, Mom and Dad.
I'll accept the award on
you.
behalf of Colby for him. Yeah, thanks everybody, and
we'll thank the Academy as well.
That's right. So Colby Ott, ladies and gentlemen, one of the great players in the county. So next up, we have someone who is here from the Crystal City Hornets, and that is Mr. Nate Pruno. Nate, another good candidate for that all-hair team. Got that curly locks going.
Thank you.
Nate, you were a junior this year?
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? I had you and Hunter screwed
backwards,
up.
Yeah.
So that's what you made the team for your hitting and pitching. Among the metro area leaders in batting average, runs scored, stolen bases, on-base percentages, and walks. So this was the guy that got on and had other guys knock him in, like Hunter Besson. Among the leaders in wins on the mound, winning percentage, and shutouts, and led the JCAA in runs scored, walks, and stolen bases. So got some pretty good wheels.
I like to think so.
Talk about your season a little bit. See if you can expand on what Hunter said.
Well, I want to shout him out because he didn't decide to shout me out.
Oh,
there
excellent.
It is. Without a guy like Hunter Bass in our season isn't half what it is. But there's a lot of guys all throughout the lineup that get the job done. We had 1 through 9 produce all the way up to even to the sectional game. And I like to think when I would get on first or second, they would get me in every time. So it was a good season. We won a district title. Fell short in the sectional game, but it happens. And it was one of the best years I've had playing baseball.
And fun year as a senior to go out like that, I would imagine.
I'm a junior.
Or junior, I'm sorry.
There we go.
Sorry, Hunter. Sorry. Anyway, so as a junior, what are you doing this summer?
I'm playing for Post 253.
253. There's a lot of that going on around here. As I hear Zach's snagging up everybody. So will you be pitching and hitting? Do you know yet?
We'll see. Hopefully a little bit of both, but we got a lot of guys that are sitting up there right now. They're pretty solid, so we'll see.
And talking to Coach Bone the other night, because you've got guys that are still playing both for Jefferson and Festus, you guys may not have any practices before your first game next week against Potosi. If I just throw you out on the field. And, of course, some of those guys might still be playing, so you never know. But it's going to be a fun season. Now, aspirations after your senior year?
Hopefully play college baseball and then eventually into the medical field.
The medical field. You could come back and be a trainer for some.
Maybe.
So. Anybody else besides Hunter that you would like to give a shout out to?
I want to thank my parents, great support group, my older brother, my uncle, probably everybody knows him, Billy Pruno. He's helped me out all throughout the way, transformed me into a better baseball player. My coaches, first-year coach, Zach Weiss, he came in and completely changed the culture. He taught us how to be a dude, as if you would say. But, yeah, everybody around and my teammates, and I want to thank God for putting me in this position to do what I do.
Excellent. And one final question for you. Who's got the better flow, you or Hunter?
Ooh. I think I do because I got some curl to it.
Yeah, I think that puts you over the top. I think I would have to agree with you on that. All right, Nate Pruno, ladies and gentlemen, Crystal City Hornets. Thank you, Nate, for coming out. Thanks, buddy. All right, now we're going back to staying with the JCAA small schools. Our first St. Pius Lancer is up, and that is Mr. Tate Ramey. Tate made the list for his pitching, although we actually saw him hit a couple times and do pretty good at the plate. How you doing today, Tate?
Doing good, but cold.
Yeah, I hear that. You're among the Metro leaders in innings pitched and batters faced, so certainly a workhorse for the Lancers this year. Led the JCAA in innings pitched and batters faced. Third in the JCAA in walks and hits per innings pitched. Second, really, if you talk about starters versus relievers. Talk about the Lancer seasons a little bit.
Played some good competition. Yeah, I thought we did decent. Could have done a little bit better, but I mean, stuff happens.
Well, Lancers, yeah, you had a mix of young and old, but really on the mound, yourself and Xander Street and a couple of other guys, kind of young staff. But as far as you're a junior this year.
Oh,
right?
yes, sir.
Okay, so where are you playing this summer?
St. Louis Naturals.
The Naturals. So
Sir.
We've got Gamers, Prospects, Naturals, Bears, Irish. I can't remember who else. You play any of those other guys?
Yeah. Oh, actually, a lot of them.
Yeah.
Bruno, Bassin, Dill.
Yeah.
Probably a few. Riando, Wagner. A lot of them, yeah.
Okay, cool. And do you want to give any shout-outs to anybody special? Because I know your dad's not here.
Yeah.
So.
Family, coaches, all my teammates, all the supporters.
And what are your aspirations? I'm sure you would like to continue on playing college baseball somewhere.
Yeah, definitely college baseball. Other than that, I have no idea.
Haven't thought about your career yet, right?
No.
But all right. Well, Tate Ramey, one of the up-and-coming pitchers in the JCA, and it'll be very, very interesting to see what he's able to do for the Lancers his senior year. So, Tate Ramey, St. Pius Lancers, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Shout out to his dad, Chris, whom I know very well. All right, next up we have a Festus Tiger. Boy, what do you say about this guy? We've known this guy for several years now. He even knows to come down already. I mean, you didn't even have to ask.
He's the only one left. This is probably the reason why, right?
Yeah. This guy made it for his hitting, defense, and his hair, and also his leadership. Mr. Colin Riendo, senior for the Festus Tigers. Colin, how are you today?
Good. Oh, thank you. Good. I'm doing good. Doing great.
Just focused?
A little cold is what it is.
A little
Holy
cold.
cow.
You're focused on tomorrow. You've been scouting out the.
It kind of showed up, so it's kind of like,
yeah.
I'm trying to watch, but we'll see what happens.
Colin was among the Metro area leaders in batting average, on-base percentage, hit by pitch, and plate appearance. Led the JCAA in plate appearances. Led fifth in the JCAA in, I think it was batting average. Plus defender with plus arm, and also a high-character team leader. Festus has a couple of those this year, seniors that really have provided a lot of leadership. I can't talk about past tense yet because we are still going. You guys really proved me wrong. I mean, where we saw you at the beginning of the season, and I think maybe Coach Montgomery, you're still putting the pieces together, trying to figure out what you had, and you had all the young pitching staff coming along.
Yeah.
Did you have to catch it all this year?
No, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Golly, yeah, no, I have not had to at all. So,
so
nice.
you didn't have to bring the young pitchers along in that regard. But talk about your season thus far.
I mean, we've had our ups and downs, definitely. Young, like most every other team here. A lot of sophomores, even a freshman had stepped up. It's almost like our whole infield's made up of young guys, and then like the one senior, which is me. But outside of that, we've had many ups. Obviously, at the end of the season, we've kind of take districts and proved a lot of people wrong, like you said. But throughout the season, we've had quite a bit of downs also. I think it will help with the younger guys especially. But it's kind of given us an opportunity. We have 6 seniors on the team to kind of show them the ropes. A lot of the sophomores that were playing didn't even have a chance to play JV baseball. A lot of them just came in and jumped in because of COVID, and had to kind of fill the roles of past varsity players. So,
yeah, that's we had to play catch up a little bit there for some of these young guys for sure. Mm-hmm. Colin, will you be playing for 253?
Yep. So by day, a little advertisement here. If you guys need your grass cut, Randa's Lawn Care. I cut
Shameless
grass.
Shameless plug for the last 3 years.
Cole Wagner and I run the show with Randa's Lawn Care. So I know a guy if you guys need anybody. And then outside that, I play 253. So keep me busy.
I love it. The guy's hustling. The guys hustle. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
My mom, kind of showing me how to overcome tough situations, and then coaching staff, Coach Bone especially, he kind of helped me raise me up a little bit, so appreciate it.
All right, well, we're going to keep things moving here because a little misty rain has began to fall here at Hillsboro. I don't think that was forecasted.
No, it's not.
Thank you very much. Colin Riendo, Festus Tigers. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
We'll be right back here seeing you. All right, next up, sophomore Hillsboro Hawks. I don't think he's here. Austin Romaine?
He is not.
Austin Romaine is not here. Austin led the Hawks in batting average and on-base percentage. He's a plus defender, high motor guy, all-around athlete, and competitor and underclassman. So next up we have the Soto Dragons' Ethan Sampson. And you will hear me speeding up this process a little bit so we can all get out of the cold rain. Ethan earned a spot on our Standouts team because of his hitting and his pitching. He was fifth in the metro area in home runs, among the metro area leaders in RBI, slugging percentage, and hit by pitch. Second in the JCAA in home runs, third in the JCAA in RBI, and among the metro leaders in batters faced overall on the mound. Ethan, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Ready to get out of here, I would think. At this
Maybe.
point, we're down to the S's now, so it's not too bad. Talk about your season a little bit.
It was really good. We had a lot of senior presence on the DeSoto Dragons. We had 9 seniors this year, and most of them started for us. But, yeah, we had a good season, then fell short a little bit.
Yeah, that encapsulates it pretty good there. Nolan, what are you going to be doing this summer?
Playing for DeSoto Legion.
You're going to be at SMCI, so we'll get to see you quite a bit.
Yep.
Do you like playing the field or pitching better?
Playing the field.
Okay. Well, yeah, you get more reps and get to hit and stuff like that. And obviously you've got some pop in your bat. Anybody you'd like to shout out to?
My dad that always takes off work to come see me play, and my mom that's here right now taking videos of me.
Awesome. Love it. I love it. And any future plans?
Going to play at East Central for baseball.
East Central College. Excellent. Well, maybe we'll get to see you around some of the games, some of the local games this year. But Ethan, we appreciate you coming out on this cold and rainy day to receive your Standouts Award.
Yep. Thank you.
Mr. Ethan Sampson, ladies and gentlemen. And next up we have another guy that didn't necessarily hit for average, but certainly hit for power. From the Hillsboro Hawks, Noah Schumann. Noman's all the way back. I have to do this at least once, like we're on The Price is Right. Noah Schumann, come on down. Noah makes the team for his hitting. 313's average, but he had a .625 slugging percentage, 5 home runs, and 27 RBIs for the Hawks. Almost put one over the big wall at GCS when you guys played over there. That was pretty cool. And sorry, this is child-proof headphone. There you go. Can you hear us? No.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, we're good. So, as I said, almost put one over the big left field wall over there at GCS when you guys played.
No, I did.
Would that go over?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. Talk a little bit about season, kind of a season in transition for Hillsboro a little bit, and Coach Lucas over there. How did things go? You guys definitely were playing better by the end of the year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of transitioning, a lot of growing. Everyone made each other better, but I know our record wasn't the best, but everyone made each other better, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it did. Talk a little bit about your teammate who's not here today, Austin Romaine, and his contributions.
Yeah, he was really good coming up as a sophomore. He didn't really need to do too much. I mean, he stayed in his game, a lot of singles, driving people in, and just under control at all times. Big motor guy, like you said. So, yeah, it was nice.
You've certainly seen his motor on the football field as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully he's all healed up from all of his injuries now, I guess. Okay,
yeah.
So ready to go for this fall, hopefully. Mm-hmm. So, well, what are your plans? What are you doing this summer, Noah?
I'm playing in a P3 league for Jeffco, and I'm going there in the fall.
You're coming to Jeffco this fall?
Yeah.
Are you going to play ball?
Yeah.
Awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Future plans beyond college in baseball?
I'll just see how far it goes. probably get some from medical, maybe some sports science, and just go on from there.
Excellent, excellent. And anybody you'd like to thank or shout out?
My parents, all my friends, and my coaches. That's about it.
Awesome, awesome. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you over here, not only this fall but next spring for the baseball season, and you'll be some of these guys will be your teammates. So appreciate you coming out, Noah. Thank you very much. Tell Austin we said thank you too if you see him. Noah Schumann, ladies and gentlemen, from the Hillsboro Hawks, senior. Next up, we have one more S guy. This guy was a freshman at St. Pius and made the list for our pitching, Mr. Xander Street. Xander makes the clean cut team, him and Trenton. So, Xander, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Let's put this microphone down where people can hear you there. You've had interviews before, haven't you?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yes, he has.
Xander Street, one of the more likable, personable kids that we've gotten to see in the county. We've had on a couple times. You're a freshman taking all this in. You're in pretty lofty company here.
Yep, sure am.
Man, a few words, obviously. Xander was fourth in the JCAA in walks and hits per innings pitch. 3-to-1 strikeout to walks ratio. Excellent command of several pitches and movements. All this from a freshman, Ray. And I know Ray was very high in lobbying to get Xander on this list as well. So talk about your season, your freshman season as the Lancer playing with the varsity.
Well, it was fun to start off with. We played a lot of good competition. We started off hot. They started putting me in a lot more tougher teams, this Met, Windsor, stuff like that. So kind of had to find out if I was going to do good or not. So, we played a lot of hard teams, and I felt we always put up a good battle, even though how big of a school it was. We always could have won the game or something like that.
Sure. It was mainly, for the rotation, you and Tate, a couple other guys coming in there. But as you said, as the season went on and they had more confidence in your ability, they were able to use you more, not only just as a starter, but I know you came in a couple of times in relief of Tate Ramey. How many different pitches do you throw at this point?
I think I throw 6.
6 different pitches. And how many do you have a good command over on a good day?
4. 4. Whatever's working that day.
It's like Carlos Martinez and the Cardinals. You got to throw them all and then decide which ones you have command of that day. I got it. And you're only a freshman, obviously. You play club ball in the summer?
I do. I play for the Rolling Tigers.
Okay. And it's early to talk about future aspirations with you, but, you're young enough we can say, what do you want to be when you grow up, Xander?
I got no clue.
You got no clue yet. You want to be a baseball player.
Yeah. College baseball.
Right. Well, you're our only freshman on the team. Is there anyone you'd like to thank, you give a shout-out for making the list this year?
Parents, of course. Coach has been great. Catcher, Austin Allman, kind of welcomed me to the team. Very nice to me. And I had a lot of confidence in him behind the plate, so
excellent.
Good catcher was able to be good.
And there's absolutely no pressure on to make the Standouts team the next 3 years.
Right. No pressure.
No one should feel pressure at all there.
No
all
pressure.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, Xander Street of the St. Pius Lancers. Thank you very much, Xander. All right. Next up, we have the other member of the grass cutting team for the Festus Tigers. That would be Mr. Cole Wagner. I will probably be giving you guys a call after the season. Cole made the Standouts team because of his hitting and his defense. Among the metro area leaders in triples, runs scored, walks, and plate appearances. He led the JCAA in triples. He led the JCAA in plate appearances, second in the JCAA in runs scored, second in the JCAA in walks, plus outfielder with great range and a plus arm. And that's my opinion. I'm no scout.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, I've had the pleasure of watching you play a few years now. All right, so you've heard from your teammates up there. Let's see if you can add any good spin on the season so far.
Yeah, we had a mediocre start. I knew we had a bunch of young guys just trying to see where everyone fit, and once we got to districts, we just picked up a way different level of energy, and it's just carried on, and hopefully we can beat these guys out here tomorrow.
What's it been like watching some of these young guys, especially your young pitching staff, come along throughout the year?
Oh, it's been amazing. I knew they were good from past years of what I've heard from other people. And just seeing them the very first day, I knew we'd have a good staff for the rest of the year, and it's carried on through districts.
I tell you, what is it about the game that you enjoy so much, Cole?
Just that there's always something to work on. You're never going to be the best player in the world no matter what day it is. There's always going to be someone doing something better. There's always something you can work on.
And let me ask you this. Where will you be playing this summer?
253, so out here.
253. There's a 253 guy over there. Don't pay any attention to him. Don't worry about him. But and then I know that you've committed.
Yes.
To college this fall. Tell folks where you're going to be playing.
I'll be playing at Rockhurst University in Kansas City under Coach Burns. So excited for that.
Just going over there for the barbecue, or?
Yeah, I heard they got some good barbecue out there, but hopefully I'll get to play some baseball.
But obviously, smart guy. What are your future plans career-wise?
Major in exercise science, and then hopefully end up becoming a physical therapist.
Excellent. Good. The world's going to need more of those. You can still hang around the game too.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to, Cole?
Obviously, Rando's Lawn Care up there. My parents, family, friends, teammates, coaches, and God. So
I love it. Well, Cole, we're going to see a lot of you this summer before you go here, both on the air and in person. So it's been a pleasure getting to watch you for the last few years, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Cole Wagner, Festus Tigers, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with us. We have two more players, one of which is not here because he's a Jefferson Blue Jay. Talk a little bit about my second cousin's son here. Would it be my nephew? I don't know.
It's your family.
Senior, Jefferson Blue Jays, Dalen Whitener. Dalen makes this Main Street Sports team as a pitcher, but as a hitter as well. Dalen had a very good season at the plate. He's slashed .382, .433, and .415, but he had an even better season on the mound. He was 7th in the metro area in innings pitched. He was tied for 2nd in the metro area in wins. He was among the metro area leaders in winning percentage, ERA, WHIP, and games pitched. He led the JCAA in wins and innings pitched, and he was 2nd in the JCAA in ERA and walks and hits per innings pitched. So Dalen Whitener is a senior, and the last I heard, and I'm not sure on this, the last I heard is that Dalen will be coming to Jefferson College to play baseball next year. If that's changed, we'll let you know. So hopefully Dalen's still playing right now for Jefferson down at Kelly.
They're about 30 minutes away from first pitch.
30 minutes away from first pitch down there. Okay. So that's Dalen Whitener, which brings us to our last guy, and I can definitely relate to this guy because my last name starts with W too, so I'm always like at the end of the list. That's senior from the Windsor Owls, made the list for his hitting, pitching, and defense. Another one of these guys, all-around athlete, Mr. Derek Williams.
Hey, can I have that for just a quick second? I just want to let everybody know these are all individualized, and I'm saving the best for last here, Derek. So I'm picking on you for a minute, but all right. I just wanted to show all the folks what it looks like here. These are all individualized with each team's here. I want to, again, say thanks so much to Ann Maloney over there at Presentation Solutions Incorporated. And she's going to be doing a lot of our stuff like this and banners and things. So you're going to start seeing a lot more things out there. So that one's yours, and you can have this too. Again, sorry about that. Shameless plug.
Well, Derek, you've had all this time now, a whole hour to think about what to say.
Yeah,
right?
It's been a long wait.
Put that a little closer to your lips there.
It's been a long wait in the cold.
There you go. Derek, we've seen you play multiple sports the last few years, football, obviously, et cetera, baseball, 3rd in the metro area in home runs, 5th in the metro area in RBI, third in the metro area in slugging percentage, among the metro area leaders in batting average, doubles, and on-base percentage, and sacrifices, first in the JCA in home runs and RBI, among the metro area leaders in ERA, strikeouts to walk ratio, walks and hits per innings pitched, and shutouts, and second in the JCA in ERA and WHIP, actually first as a starter. Okay? That's a lot.
Yeah,
there's a lot on that list.
There's a lot.
Not bad for a football player.
Yeah, I know. That's what everyone was saying. It's pretty good.
Talk about the Owls season. See if you can do better than those guys.
It started out. Our defense was really good, but our bats weren't there. But then as the season went on, our bats definitely picked up a little bit, and we started turning into a pretty good team. We didn't go as far as we wanted to, but it was a good overall season. And we had a lot of seniors who was their first year playing because of COVID last year.
Right.
So, but most of the guys we had we played together for our whole lives, and we were pretty close friends and everything. So it was pretty fun. It was a fun year.
Yeah, it's amazing. I know there's a bunch of guys at Jefferson and probably all these schools that you guys have played together since Little League all the way up, and to finally finish as seniors. That's pretty special.
It's really fun. It's
absolutely. Nice. So what are you doing this summer, Derek?
I'm playing for the Dodgers. It's like a feeder team for my college that I'm playing for, so that's all you're playing for.
Well, then you go. And the feeder team for your college, because your college is?
John A. Logan College.
John Logan College, and they had a really good year this year in the NJCAA Division I, one of the better teams in the nation for sure. And where were you primarily playing? What position do you know?
I'm gonna be in the outfield, so I'll be stuck out there. That's where I've been playing forever. So that's where I'll be at.
So. Talk about baseball. I wanted to ask you about this. Why did you choose baseball over football? Because I'm sure you would have had football offers as well.
It was a hard decision, but baseball has just always been there for me. And football, it was a lot of injuries and stuff. And baseball, I felt like it'd be a better path for me, and that's what I'm going to take. It'll be less stressful for me and everything. So that's what I decided on.
Be less stressful for you, much more stressful for the pitchers in JCAA.
Oh yeah,
to have to face you. So that's for sure. Any career aspirations after college?
I'm looking to go into business.
Okay, excellent. Well, maybe you can team up with the lawn maintenance guys.
The lawn maintenance guys.
There you go. Hey,
so you never know.
Get them out there a little bit.
Anybody you'd like to give us thank you?
Thank you to my parents for everything they've always done for me, and my coaches and my teammates for making baseball fun for me.
Well, that's great. And I tell you, I thank you for sitting around and being patient in this cold and this rain and all this stuff. Your last official, event, one of the things is a high school player, but we'll look forward to following your career and continued success. Derek Williams.
Thank you for having me.
Windsor Owls. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 22 total players, right?
22. Yep.
22 players. And as I said, there's some good players that didn't make the list. Good players that perhaps deserve to be here. That's debatable. All these lists that you put together are always debatable. But the guys here and lady that was here, very solid picks in my opinion, Ray.
Right.
And
if you're unhappy with the picks, he made the picks, most of them. So don't call me. Call Jeff.
You got to give him my phone number and email address.
His number is.
But we certainly thank everyone for coming out today and braving this weather to get this recognition. Our first year, as we said, and there's going to be so many of you that we get to continue to see this summer and in the future.
That's correct.
That we're looking forward to, and thank you all for making this high school season such a wonderful year, not only for the fans, but for our folks on Livestream STL, for us personally. Yep. It's been a wonderful year, and we look forward to some great COVID-free baseball this summer. So thank you very much, folks. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. One real quick before we take out here, also, we'll let you guys know also that Rock Memorial, all the Rock Memorial games this season and Festus 253 games, they are all going to be streamed with a little bit of an extra thing here. We've partnered with Rock Memorial and Festus 253 to create a fundraiser with them, And all of the games are going to be pay-per-viewed, but portions of the pay-per-view goes back into that particular organization. So 253, we've got Rock Memorial games. We're going to have some SMCI games. Some of those games that we're doing personally will also go in as live stream STL, but we're doing a special program with 253, 283 where they're getting the entire season. Now we're going to do some of the games, but some of the games are going to be a deal where they just lock down a camera and you're still going to be able to see what's going on out there. So we want to just be able to try to expand the horizons and expand the coverage out there as an extension of live stream STL out to to more of the Jefferson County teams during the summer. 3 years ago, you and I sat down and we said, we're going to do any kind of summer baseball, and I was this close to saying no. And Jeff turned around, he told me, he said, he's like, I think you're making a huge mistake. Lo and behold, we had no idea that Festus 253 was going to go to the World Series that year. And we're glad we were able to jump on and be a part of that and help kind of shine the light for that. But we're wanting to do that more within the county. So and we're looking at maybe the JC Blazers next year, DeSoto SMCI next year,
St. John.
St. John, all of these local teams that are Legion. They're club sports. We want to help be a part of that and also be a part of creating a fundraiser opportunity for each one of the organizations. So, but we're gonna cut out here for just a little bit. We're gonna let you guys go, but we're gonna also have a small little short catch up with Zach Bone. He just changed over from being at the Herky's coach out to right here at Jefferson College, and he'll be transitioning into 253 as well. So, but thank you guys so much for being with us, and we'll get you out of the cold here. And if you want to hang out, you can hang out and heckle Coach Bone here a little bit, and we'd appreciate that. But you're watching Main Street Sports Standouts. We'll be right back with Coach Zach Bone.
All right. Yep.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook from Live Stream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 253 American Legion Baseball. No, I don't like that either. Let's go back.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook with Live Stream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 250.
Hi, I'm Ray Halbrook with Live Stream STL.
And I'm Zach Bone with Festus Post 253 American Legion Baseball. This summer, we're partnering with Livestream STL for a fundraiser that will bring you every game of the 2021 season right here on Livestream STL. If you're interested in signing up, please click the link below. If you're interested in sponsoring one of these games, please contact Livestream. A portion of all proceeds will be donated back to the Festus American Legion Baseball program.
We hope to see you out at the ball field and online.
Better?
Perfect. Right. I like it. I like it a lot.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
I'm about to get teed up.
What? I'm talking to them. I'm not talking to you. Are you kidding me? You're throwing me out of a summer league game? I'm not Riley Blair. I'm not going anywhere. Keep the free throws. Shoot the cops. Join us. Coach's Box, 7 p.m. live from Robert Jenkins. Tuesday night. See you there.
You know, I do this for the love of the kids. I do it for the love of the coaches and the ADs because there's not enough high school coverage in the St. Louis area. There's just not. Once again, I get to keep my relationships with, guys like you and a lot of the other great coaches and administrators and former athletes. And that's one of the cool things that we're going to do here too. Is I've been fortunate covering some great great coaches and great kids, but the caravan is. I wasn't letting it die, and sure enough, we're here now, and the reboot is in full effect.
Tell us we can't, and we'll prove you wrong. Knock us down, and we'll get right back up. Call us risk takers, misfits, bad boys. But we know what we want, and it feels like American muscle, looks like advanced engineering, and smells like fresh, cut grass. Bad boy, mow with an attitude.
Imagine an HVAC as unnoticeable as the air itself. Sounds pretty good, huh? The new Daikin Fit. Air intelligence.
Jefferson College has affordable degree options for students of all ages. Plus, register before December 11th and you could win a $250 book scholarship or other great prizes. Jefferson College provides safe on-site and online options and many exciting career pathways like humanities, business, social science and public service, math, physics and technology, and science and health. Students who know, go Jeffco. Enroll now at jeffco.edu.
And we are back with our special guest here. Going to do a little catch up here with Coach Zach Bone. And Jeff, I know you guys have a lot more history together, but Zach and I have put some history together here. We've done a couple commercials now, and making us celebrities and everything.
You guys, the camera loves Zach Bone.
I have yet to sing a single royalty from any of those
He
commercials.
still talks
for
about
anybody who's wondering out there.
That's right. Well, Coach,
Lordy.
we appreciate you taking a couple of minutes. I noticed that you didn't show up until after it stopped raining out here. So that was smart.
Yeah, that's right. It's not just a hat racket. No, but I appreciate Ray you inviting me to Jefferson College here. Thank you very much for having me.
Well, enjoy the facilities while you're here.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah. We'd be remiss if we didn't get a brief recap of the Jefferson College baseball season from you before we start and talk about anything else. Your first year at the helm here of the for the Vikings. Tell us a little bit about how the season went.
Yeah. Just we're glad to talk about whatever questions you guys got. And my man Mason back here from Campus Security has promised to escort Ray off campus if he asks me anything I don't like. So
better be careful.
Yeah, so keep your head on a swivel. But so it was a strange year, I guess. Strange year everywhere. Everyone's obviously. It's my first experience in coaching college baseball, first experience, coaching during a pandemic, which I think was for everybody. So a lot of learning experiences out there for us. I thought we played well for the most part throughout the year. Ended up losing the Region 16 championship game to Crowder down at Joplin. Crowder, one of the best, if not the best, junior college baseball teams in the country this year. So I thought our guys played well. We certainly played hard throughout. Had a ton of injuries and other issues on the mound. Our guys competed really well, and we're really excited about the group we're bringing back. We, could potentially bring back 8 guys who started offensively for us in the Region 16 tournament. So, really good freshman class position guys. We feel good about the guys we have both coming back and coming in on the mound. So, excited to see what 2022 holds for the Vikings.
There any lessons that you can share from your first year coaching here at the junior college level that you can take with you from your first year?
Oh, sure. I think there's probably a ton and probably too many to fill up whatever time we have allotted here. But, in all honesty, I think that I try to convey to the players, no one's perfect. I'm not perfect either. We make mistakes. We schedule things, in a way that we maybe shouldn't have, or we ease up and we should press down, or vice versa. So, there's certainly things that I think we'll do better from an organization standpoint, from a scheduling standpoint, from an instruction standpoint, from an academic standpoint. And I think there's a lot to learn for this, in this, I should say, for me. So, really lucky to have some great assistant coaches. Tony Underwood, who is Jefferson College baseball as far as I'm concerned. The guy's been here for over 30 years, and we're going to put a statue up of him somewhere one of these days. But Harry Marquette, who's in his second year here, who's a very, very bright young man, hard worker, has a great rapport with the hitters. Coaches are infielders as well. Aaron Mayer, who's been here 3 years now and is one of the best pitching minds in the entire country. I think the sky's really the limit for Aaron. You're going to see his career really take off over the next couple years, and we're blessed to have Matt Brown come and help out as well. So those are 4 guys whose opinions I really, really value. I think it's good people to lean on for advice, to get their insight on some things, and even for a guy like me to come out here and screw some things up, I'm lucky to have guys like that to fall back on.
Well, sure, and as you said, you're going to make mistakes, and being able to recognize those and move on and improve. Any of these lessons here at the college level that you can apply to your Legion coaching staff and some of the 2-5-3 guys?
Well, you certainly see the game at that level and the speed of which it's played. And I think our goal in the summer has always been to run as close to a college program as we're able to do, both in terms of development, in terms of time commitment, in terms of the expectations we have for our guys, and in terms of how we schedule things, whether that's hitting on the field before the game or playing a tough schedule, whatever that might be. So I think now having a firsthand knowledge of kind of what it takes to be successful at this level, I think we're doing our guys a disservice if we're not preparing them to not only move on and have that opportunity, which we feel like we do as well as any high school program in the country, but also giving them the opportunity to be successful once they get there. And there's a lot that goes into that. It's not just the physical development, although that's obviously a very big part of it, but it's also the mental, emotional development aspect. It's learning how to fail and deal with it. It's learning how to budget your time. It's learning how to take both criticism and correction. It's learning how to add value to a team environment. It's learning how to develop not only high-level tools, but also the ability to play the game well. So you see a little bit of that firsthand. It's certainly lucky to have that opportunity, and hope we can pass that on to our guys this summer.
And much like what you're doing at the junior college level, trying to prepare those guys for the next level as well,
sure.
for a lot of them, and find placement for them at four-year school, and give them the tools necessary, not only on the field, but off the field as well, whether that's academically, as you said, that the whole growth and maturity process. I was going to ask you to recap the Festus Diamond Club season last year, but I don't know that I even want to hear about it, because that was just kind of a loss for everybody. I will say this much, and I was very impressed not only at the level of cooperation between coaches, whether it was Legion, Slava, club ball, wherever it was, guys coming together, coaching staffs coming together, and providing opportunities for kids to play once we could start playing again. And it almost seemed like the score of these games was just secondary. The kids were out there and just having fun playing ball.
Sure, and I think it was important to give those guys an opportunity to get on the field and give them some sense of normalcy, especially after losing their high school season. So, proud of how our guys played last summer. I think there's a lot of really good baseball players in that group, and we're fortunate that a few of them are back. It's a situation where you look around the county this year. It's a success that Crystal City had in the postseason. Jefferson R7, Festus High School, both still playing. And, I think it just speaks to the quality of baseball player that is in Jefferson County. I think it's a testament to, how serious the county takes its baseball. It's a testament to the type of kids we have here. It's certainly a testament to their high school coaches and the development that takes place at that level as well. So we've been reaping the benefits of that for years, and we were fortunate to do it last year and hopefully again this summer.
Well, I'm glad you touched on the fact that this year particularly, I think Jefferson County across the board has seen some really great baseball and is really a lot of talent this year. And I know that is an objective of yours as a college coach here at Jefferson to try to capture as much of that talent as possible here locally. And it seems like you've been pretty successful at this point.
Well, sure. I think it's certainly there's a developmental piece, as you mentioned earlier, Jeff, about junior college in general, and knowing these some of these young men that we have coming in, we feel good about their opportunities to turn into really good baseball players at this level. And on top of that, we have a good feel for who they are as people, and I think when we have kids on campus for visits, one of the things we try to tell them is, this is not a sales pitch. This is, it's a presentation about, kind of what we do here, and then seeing if not only we feel like it's a fit for us, but making sure it's a fit for the kid as well. It's obviously a really big decision, and it's important to us that the young man does what he feels is best for him. So, we think, those guys having understanding of kind of some of the expectations that, that come with being a high-level baseball player, we feel like this can be a place where they can develop those tools.
Well, certainly, and I love the fact that you're trying to capture a lot of that local talent. Now, looking now at 253 this year, it's still early yet. As you said, you've got quite a few of your players still continuing their high school seasons right now. So it's kind of hard, but at least on paper, what do you see as far as maybe the team this summer?
It is early, as I believe it was an old New York Yankees saying in the George Steinbrenner days that it gets late early around here, and I think for us, we're obviously very pleased that the high schools around here have had the success they've had and been able to continue the postseason. It's very likely going to put us in a spot where we're not going to have any sort of team practice before game one with everybody there, which is what it is. I think we're excited for those kids. These are once in a lifetime opportunities for kids to compete for their schools. With that school name across their chest with their friends and family members, and it's a really special time for these guys. So for us, we'll kind of play it by ear. We'll piece together as we go. A lot of new faces for us, up and down that lineup this year, and I think it's going to be an interesting year in terms of seeing where some guys fit some spots. We have some guys back who have been around the block many times. Levi Ebersalt comes to mind instantly. Colby Ott, two guys who've been through the ringer here a little bit. Have played in an American Legion World Series, and obviously we're back last year and be back to run it out again. So you see so much of those guys, and then honestly that's one of the beautiful things about coaching high school level athletes is just kind of the development you see over those 4 years, the maturity, not only physical but also emotional, and just how they handle situations. So those are two great young men right there. We're really excited to get them back among some other guys.
Well, I have to ask you this. I have to put the journalist and the media hat on for a second here. This year you made the decision to move the 253 home games here to Jefferson College as opposed to where you're playing in the past, former Festus Park, now Kreitz Park over in Festus. Talk a little bit about that decision to move over here.
Yeah, so we are still using John Kreitz Memorial Park, Butch Lucas Field there for our 14U and our 16U teams in the summer. Quite frankly, it was twofold, maybe more than that, but at least twofold. And one of those issues being, with 4 teams this year, field space is always at a premium. Trying to get guys in a situation where they can get time on the field. I think that's really one of the things that separates American Legion baseball, at least our program, I should say, from some of the other summer teams out there, is just the everyday nature of it and getting guys out on the field. And, I understand the desire to take some days off during the summer, and we'll do a little bit of that here and there. But, if these guys are going to play collegiate baseball, it is certainly not a 3 or 4 day a week exercise. It's typically a 6 to 7 day a week, and typically, 9 to 10 hours a day type exercise. So we're not going to keep them out there that long if we can help it. But on our end, we feel like it's important to their development for us to get out there on the field every day. So having the space to do that was obviously a major aspect of it. The second component of it is, the administration here at Jefferson College, particularly Bob Deutschman, the athletic director, and Kim Harvey are really great about wanting to reach out to the community and get the community involved however we can here at the college. We feel like Jefferson College has so many incredible things to offer people, from whether it's the athletics, whether it's the the graduation ceremonies you see out there, whether it's the everyday academics and the education you can get here. So I think it's critical that we get people out here on campus and show them all we have to offer from a facility standpoint. Get them around campus, get them excited about the prospect of setting foot here at Jefferson College someday. And this was a great way to do it. We'll be bringing teams in from all over the country, all over the Midwest certainly, and certainly Jefferson County and St. Louis County areas. So a great way to get people on campus. The administration here is so supportive of our athletic department, our coaches, coaches and our kids, and also so supportive of continuing to grow Jefferson College. So this was a great opportunity to do that.
And I would think it would help. Certainly doesn't hurt recruiting as well for you at the college level.
Well, that kind of is what it is. I think it's the recruiting cycle is so accelerated these days, and that's a completely separate live stream STL segment. But this is it is a good opportunity to get some young men on campus here, and we feel like we're doing our best to clean up some of the facilities here in terms of just last year was such a weird time with the coronavirus COVID situation. And just not able to get out and do some things, so we were able to come back and make some changes here. Thomas Industrial Coatings was kind enough to come out and do the painting on the dugouts, press box, concession stand, and scoreboard. We're in the process of getting some other things cleaned up. The athletic department and the Jefferson College Foundation was kind enough to provide us with new fencing here at the field. So it's a step-by-step process, certainly, but we're certainly trying to get ourselves in a spot where obviously we're continuing to be proud of the facility that we have.
Absolutely. Ray, do you have any questions for Zach?
Well,
Careful, Ray.
I want to know, do you have your lineup ready for Monday yet?
I thought you would want that, yeah. I thought you would want that. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Here we're actually going to have our first workout here in about an hour here, and we'll have about 6 guys present for that. So it's not difficult to make a lineup out of that group. But no, in all seriousness, we feel like, there's a group of guys with some serious versatility throughout the lineup that we're going to field this summer, and that's exciting for us. We're going to play some guys in different spots. Feel good about the group of strike throwers we have on the mound. So we're going to run around a little bit. We like to play everybody throughout the regular season as best we can. Obviously, when it gets down to postseason time, we'll crunch the lineup a little bit. But for us, it's about giving guys opportunities.
Absolutely. Well, we'll that first game at Potosi we'll have on the air.
We will.
On Livestream STL.
Yes.
Ray, myself, and Coach Catcherside, the old ball coach, will be providing color for us.
Hey, I hope you got the 7-second delay button on there if that's the case.
Well, he's coming out as close to his house down there in the country.
I'm kidding.
He might bring a couple of his
he's enjoying these.
I'm kidding, man. Jeff is a wonderful man and a wonderful baseball coach, so be good to see him.
Before we get out of here, thoughts on tomorrow's game, Summit Festus?
Yes.
Pretty evenly matched teams as I see.
Should be a good one. Yeah, should be a good one, man. I know the Festus Tigers have been hot lately, and really good group.
Young pitching
in that
staff
sophomore class specifically on the mound, and some senior leadership of guys who've been through the ringer for them, guys like Colin Riando and Cole Wagner, and you also have some really talented young arms on the mound for Festus. So Rockwood Summit will be, I'm sure they'll be ready to go. They're very well coached year in, year out, very athletic, and they're certainly battle tested with that schedule. So I expect it'll be a really good one.
Well, we will be here tomorrow as you will.
That is correct.
On the air about 11:45.
11:45, yep, 11:45, and don't forget that's on Misha TV. So make sure you get over there ahead of time, and you got to subscribe and take care of that because that's a pay-per-view through Misha. But we'll have that 11:45, and hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer. But I'm not sure if it's going to be.
Well, Zach's in charge of the field tomorrow, so maybe we put in a good word with Zach.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Do something, will you? Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Zach. Appreciate it, man. All right.
That's about it for us today, right?
Absolutely. Beautiful day. We'll dodge a little rain bullet here and whatnot. But thanks again to all of the standouts for coming out. And hopefully we'll get those other plaques to the ones that couldn't make it. Good luck to Jefferson and good luck to Festus, who are still in the hunt here for a state championship. For all of us here at Livestream STL and Main Street Sports, we'll say so long. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow here for the Festus Rockwood Summit game, but also tonight, Grandview graduation. We're going to unpack and and head down the street here to Grandview. We'll have that at 8:00. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Good night, everybody.